This trip, I met a person in Vancouver who has been doing a lot of healings for other people. Healing in the sense that he uses or used to hypnosis and then past life and neural programming. So he uses or used to use a lot of these techniques of scientific techniques of hypnosis. Something it is called NLP, neuro languages programming, and you go to your neurons and you reprogram them, and in a combination with other scientific methods, which are these. So you don't really need to be a degree, you don't really need a master's. You take some course online and you declare yourself to be a doctor, healer, and also some amount of massaging, etc. I have known him for 3 years. He's a good person, but with a lot of anger at his ex-wife and at his daughter. So, but he goes around and massages, etc., declares like, okay, I'm a massagist. And he drove me around Vancouver a couple of times, more than even once. So if someone calls themselves a healer and does hypnosis and past life, etc., it's okay as long as it works. But this time, this person who really wants to be a teacher and who wants to be known as a healer taught me a lesson. And the lesson is that if you are not grounded in any religion and you declare yourself to be a healer and then you close your eyes and hypnotize people and past life and present life and you go neurological, etc., you can go mad. You can easily become so egoistical. I am a hypnotist and I am helping you, and you can start making money and this and that, but you can go mad if before trying to help others, you don't help yourself. If you have anger inside yourself and you become a psychiatrist, which means you're going to be working with the anger of other people, but not with your own anger, it is going to boomerang. Jeśli wy objawiacie siebie celicielem i nie работаете со своими недостатками и со другими, то будет проблема. А со своими только можно употреблять религию. So I noticed also that religion is also a litmus test. A lot of healers with using energy and this, they start working with spirits and all that, but they don't go to a church or to a holy place. They don't use angels. They just go energy and healing, and they don't use praise. And then 100% they go mad. 100%. If you are getting into healing and all that, sometimes even you will be held by the spirits. But the spirits will make you mad also, because when you are grounded in a religion, whatever you do is going to flow through you. So you don't take ownership. You don't say, oh, I healed, and then you are going to be okay. Whatever, even if you give a glass of water to someone and it's from your heart and your heart is open and your love is flowing to the palm and to the water, and you want to help the other person, you are a healer and it will be fine. But the moment you start using a technique and you start trying to make money out of it, and you try to tell other people what a great healer you are because you have to advertise, then slowly you will go mad. And then I told about it yesterday also, but that person, he has a girlfriend who wants to leave him, and she somewhat listens to sometimes what I say. So he came twice and she was also there, and he came in fact every day, and he was demanding attention, and he told a huge story for 1 hour how he was a warrior in his previous life. This girlfriend from this life used to sing, and then at the end, he went to a battle. 200 people attacked his village, and then he went into. And 1 hour he told the story very much in detail. So it's my past life memory. It has come back, and he says he killed 130 out of 200 alone, but his village still considered him to be a traitor because he stepped away to fight them individually, and his wife of a previous life got mad. That is why she doesn't want to be in this life with him anymore. And could I please talk to her so that she would accept him back? And weird things. I even told his girlfriend that probably he's monitoring your WhatsApp, because it's how is it possible that you are coming with your other friends, and then suddenly he shows up exactly at the same time twice. So he knew that you were coming. He got your WhatsApp messages. And I saw that this man, because of his healing and the way he came to the meditation, and he was grabbing at all the ladies over out there and making them, giving them massages. I am a healer, please get massage. So, but this is Canada. Это Канада, никто не скажет, что вы рехнулись. Он начнет вести себя немножко так, никто не скажет, у вас скизофрения, вы одержимы. Но другие люди мне сказали, что он им звонит. I told his girlfriend, let's pray to God for clarity. And then 2 other girls, they came and they say he keeps on calling them. And one of them said that he was aderjime, which means that he's possessed. And the other said that he has schizophrenia. And the girlfriend said he's narcissistic. He just keeps on thinking about what he. And I said, yeah, it is like that. He came to the room and he started to play with TV when there was meditation going around, etc. And he couldn't, when he calls me, when I start to pray, he just shuts up. So if there is no religion, we have no grounding. It doesn't matter which religion. It does not matter. You can go Allah, Guru, Vaheguru in Sikhism, and think of Guru Nanak. You can go with any of the thousands of gods, and they are all active. They are all live. They all respond. So that is why I started the Gita, because without being grounded, it is going to be getting very difficult. Без основания какой-то религии вам тяжело будет. Если вы вдруг начнете вот этот мы сделаем много медитации, and a lot of people have told me that this meditation has opened, they can now see aura, the flow of energy, because when you focus on any symbol of God, your heart opens it, and energy flows out from your hands. Especially even with remote, like all of you have been initiated. That energy flows. But if you start taking ownership of that it's me who is doing it, it does have side effects. And if you start getting into other people's lives more and more, you start to help in the name of helping. You want to work with other people, but not with your own heart. Your own heart has got to be smiling of its own. That's the sign of a healthy person. Вы должны работать с собой, ваше сознание безусловно и распространять любовь, и вы тогда цели можете кого угодно. You can, but all the techniques, etc., they can even open you to spirits, etc., which can help you and then take over even your body. I saw that happen. I saw that this is not the same person. And he only talks about himself. Either he cannot listen to anyone, he cannot listen to prayers, he cannot go to a church. So these for me means that something has gone deeply wrong. And he's very, I would even say, he used to be very, I don't know, he did have some achievements in the world prior to this. Now he just lives on the government fees and some cash money. I do not know if there are any more clients, but you could make out that this person has lost it, and his girlfriend is absolutely afraid of him. And I told her that you have to go back what other girls have done. And then other people who knew him said, his girlfriend before this one had actually taken out a restraining order. So I sent to her an WhatsApp and told her that your WhatsApp is being managed. Probably this will be read, but you have to ask your other friends of how this was resolved the last time that previous girlfriend had a restraining order. Because you become obsessed. And we need to be obsessed with God, but God in other people. That's the first priority. We need to be одержими идеи, to Бог везде, особенно во других людях. И мы должны поклоняться перед ним. But not to the extent that you see that someone is mad. You just see the golden heart. You differentiate. Вы должны отличать между личностью и золотой душой. Так что вот это занятие Гита начинается с сегодняшнего дня. Gita is starting so that you, each one of us, is grounded in any religion, knows the core of enlightenment. Gita is the core of enlightenment. Gita is called Upanishad, one of the Upanishad, and I will explain what that is. Gita называют Upanishad. So, as per the Vedic philosophy, Vedas are ancient books, thousands of pages each Veda. So it used to take a person one life to understand. There are 4 Vedas, and one has got rituals, one has got the teachings, one has got prayers, and one has got stories. And there isn't like mix up in that. So it takes one life to go through one Veda in the earlier times. So person could even be called Vedic, means he has read one. Duvedi means 2 Vedas. Trivedi means 3 Vedic. 3 Vedas and Chatur Vedas were people who had read all the 4 Vedas. Так что каждый Веда из 4 занимала одну жизнь. Были люди, которые называют себя Веда, потом 2 Веды, 2, 3 Веды, 4 Веды. То есть это очень большая редкость. But no one can read all the 4 Vedas, especially not in our time of YouTube when the attention span is so less. Мы не можем. Я тоже даже не стараюсь читать Ведасы. Но есть примерно 108 краткий комментарий. But there is around 108 to 118, as per authors, small, not so small also, but commentaries on the Vedas. So most of our knowledge of Vedas is these Upanishads, which are basically executive summaries of the Vedas. So there are around 108 to 118 summaries. And even they are big. Some of them are like 20, 30 pages. And Gita is considered to be the one book in which all the concentrate of all the 4 Vedas is there. Gita считается, что здесь есть в концентрате все учения ведические. Поэтому его называют тоже Upanishad. Или даже могут сказать, это тоже отдельная краткая Веда по своему. А так я сказал, каждая Веда это такая, что одна жизнь. Every Veda may take easily one whole life. Easily. So Gita has got everything. And Gita is basically 18 chapters in the center of the book that we know as Mahabharata. Indians have 2 holy books. There are others also, but Mahabharata and Ramayana. Ramayana we will talk some other time about after Gita, but Gita is 18 chapters in the huge story, and the story of Mahabharata is even more bloodier than Game of Thrones. Рассказы Махабхарата, которые она даже более там как будет кровавая, чем даже Game of Thrones. И такие же перевороты, повороты, все, но даже Game of Thrones он намного проще. Но в центре Махабхарата Гита. Махабхарат является самой древней, самой длинной санскритской поэзией по книге Гиннеса. As per the book of Guinness of Records, Mahabharata is the oldest and the most longest poem. It's in Sanskrit, but it's a poem. And it is about a kingdom in which, because of various reasons, their backstories and previous births, and there is a fight between two sets of brothers. One set of brothers is good, and there are just 5 of them. They belong to one of the 2 princes. So the kingdom had 2 princes, but one was born blind, but he was the elder one, so he should have got the kingdom. But the younger one was better, like he was healthier, so he got the kingdom. Now the younger brother who became a king had 5 brothers, and the elder one who was blind from birth got 100. And now they cannot decide to whom the kingdom, they want to divide it, but they don't know how to do it. And the 100 brothers are led by the main villain, Duryodhan, and the 5 brothers are led by Yudhishthira. And the 100 are able to cheat. They invite the 5 brothers into gambling, and they know that the Yudhishthira likes to gamble. That's his one vice, and they take away his kingdom and everything, and they send them away for 14 years, I think, of being away from the kingdom. But when they come back, they still do not give and there is a war. There is a war between brothers. And Krishna is also on the earth. He is born on the planet at this time, because as per Gita, God comes to this planet whenever there is a need, in a form that is needed by the people. He can come as Jesus, he can come as any guru, but God will come to save the planet whenever the need is there. And there is another story that 10 of there are different avatars coming of God to the planet to save it, and there are 10 of them, starting with fish, ending up with Buddha, the most perfect. The avatar which was born and not born at all, like he was awakened. Так что есть Гита также, в Махабхарате один из персонажей, это сам Кришна, форма Бога, который родился как аватар, чтобы спасти мира. Балансировать мира вот в этом мире. In this context, Krishna enables the war between the fighting soldiers, because it was considered that at that time, the earth was so full of wars and warriors that it needed some bloodshed for that balance. So that's one of the logics in the book. Тогда на земле были столько воинов, что и надо была такая война, чтобы был бы баланс, и на земле было бы легче. Один из таких многих мыслей, которые в Махабхарате. So the 2 set of brothers are finally fighting, and they have asked Krishna for help. Both of them are related to Krishna, but Krishna says, I cannot participate in this war. If I'll participate, there's going to be no war. Like no one can withstand me. So I will be in one with one of you, and the other can have all my armies. That was the condition. And of course, the Duryodhan, the brother of the 100, is really happy that I of course want the armies. And it so happens that both come to Krishna at the same time. Оба браты. Кришна говорит, что на одной стороне буду я, на другой получит мои войска, что вы были бала. Но я не буду воевать. Krishna said, I'm not going to be lifting up any arms. I will just part it. And the 5 good brothers, of course, they said, yes, Lord, come with us. You don't have to fight. You just be a charioteer. Krishna says, okay, I will drive the chariot of the best warrior that you have, which was Arjun. Krishna говорит, я буду как будет, водитель колесницу, как буду водить колес, вот это военные колеса, которые бывают там внутри. У Arjuna. And Arjuna is happy. А другой брат получил войска, там, миллионы. Там. After the other side received millions. And when both of brothers had come to ask Krishna, Krishna was lying down and pretending to sleep. So Duryodhan came first. So he could have asked for Krishna because that was the, but Duryodhan could not sit near the feet of the Lord. He sat near the head of Krishna. And when Yudhishthir came, the good one, he sat humbly near the feet of Krishna to waiting for him to wake up. And Krishna sort of opens eyes and sees his feet first. So first he sees Yudhishthira, even though Duryodhana had come. So the Mahabharata is full of such paradoxes. Now, who should be the first one? Duryodhana came first, but he was near the head, so Krishna saw him second. Tam tako isto Krishna ležит, приходит сначала Duryodhana, он хочет эти войска и так далее. Но он сидит от гордости, там, где голова Кришна. А Юдхиштхир приходит позже, но он сидит у ножки. И Кришна, когда открывает глаза, то он видит сначала Юдхиштхир и говорит, ну, что тебе надо? Что ты решаешь? И другой боится, что вдруг он возьмет это войска. Зачем мне Кришна, который не воевает, не поднимает оружие? And when Yudhishthir said, he said to you can have the choice, Duryodhana got afraid that maybe he will ask for the armies that he wanted. And then Duryodhana said, no, Lord, I just want you by my side, on my side, brother. And Duryodhana pretends to cry, no, that's not fair, but okay, I'll be happy with the armies that are coming, the million. So now that the battle is started, the 5 also represent our 5 senses. And Krishna is, of course, consciousness. And the 100, the temptations. So there is and Mahabharata, the battle, is always playing out in our hearts. Это сражение, битва 5 чувств и миллионов. Я вам дал символический ключ с самого начала. Я сам это получил, когда все волосы потерял. I got this key to understanding Mahabharata only when I had lost my hair. But now it's a time of YouTube, so you're getting the wisdom first and then the story. it's the times are different. Конечно, Кришна это сознание, 100 это наши бесконечные соблазны. И 5 это наши чувства и сражения в нашем голове и сердце. But in the story, Krishna is the driver, водитель, скажем так. And Arjun says, oh, before the war starts, I want to take a look. So drive me to the center of the battlefield where all the warriors are lined up in both sides. So Krishna takes him to the center of the battle, right in the center of the heart of the battle. Krishna водит его прямо в середине, and Arjun looks around. That's the chapter 1 of Gita. And the chapter 1 has got a naming in Sanskrit of all the war cries using the conches that each one of the warriors says. So they are vibrations which invoke the knowledge of Gita. But in itself, nothing really happens in the chapter 1 of Gita. По себе ничего не происходит особо, кроме там все вот это, все войны, там они изучают свою там, или играют в какой-то сишел там такой. Они идут и там создается гром такой, чтобы начать войну. И у каждого своя, и там название каждого воина и его инструмента. Okay. But these are Sanskrit vibrations. So the teaching actually starts from the chapter 2. Now, chapter 1 is still about Arjun asking Krishna, take me to the center of the battlefield so that I can see both sides. Arjun prosit Krishna, to be on will be was centre vadil itama toda smotit nabextra. Now, Arjuna sees his teachers, his grandfather, Bhishma and all his relatives are on one side and he's on the other side. And his heart and hands start to shake. And he says, I do not want to fight. Arjun yani хочу воевать. За какой-то кусочек земли убить своих родных. Какое счастье будет это? С одной стороны, звучит окей. So in the starting of the battle, Arjun feels weak that I have to kill my own uncle, grandfather, everyone that I love, my own brothers, stepbrothers, to get a piece of land. And he hangs up his bow. He gives up his, I would say, not even armor, but more than weapons. He gives up completely. And he's shaking. And Arjuna is shaking, and Arjuna is the mightiest warrior that the 5 brothers of Pandavas, they are called. Arjuna — это самый лучший воин, без него не будет войны. Если он не будет сражаться. Pandava — эти 5 братья должны сдаваться. The 5 brothers cannot counter the army of Duryodhana and his army of other warriors if Arjuna is not on their side. So that is the end. And Arjun says, I cannot. And that is the end. His hands are shaking. He gives up the bow. And that is where the chapter 1 ends. Первый там абзац заканчивается тем, что Арджуна рука дрожит, он оставляет свое оружие и говорит, я не могу. And it is called, in some of the translations, this chapter 1 is called the depression of Arjuna. Некоторые по некоторым переводам это первый урок называется депрессия Арджуна. So it starts off from there. Then chapter 2, Krishna first gives him different lines of feeling. The first one is, do you think you really kill these people? They are already killed. Krishna начинает с тем, ты думаешь, что ты убиваешь этих людей? Ты будешь их убить. Они уже убиты. Он имеет в виду, что через Арджуна действуют вселенские силы против этих 100. И даже не против 100. На самом деле все будут убиты когда-нибудь. So Krishna is saying that you are not the one which is killing. And then Arjuna says, how is it that I'm not the one? And Arjuna is told by Krishna, and I'm going to try to read it in Sanskrit so that it goes deep inside your soul. Я буду читать эти строчки на санскрите, чтобы они вошли в вашу душу. Krishna says, Nanan chidanti sastrayani, Nanan dahit pava, Nachen kledevet teyayapo, Nashushanti marut. Nanan chidanti. It cannot be, the self cannot be hurt by weapons. Никакие оружия не могут оказать никакое влияние. Никакой огонь не может взять за это. Никакая вода не может его промыть. No water can make it red. Neither can wind dry it. So in short, душа ни под влиянием, никакие оружия, никакой огонь, никакой воды, никаких элементов не могут разрушить душу. These two lines, Nanan Chidanti Shastrani, Nanan Dhati Pava, Na Chan Kledayanta Yapo, Na Shoshanti Marut. Nothing can touch it. It is changeless, it is eternal. Nanan Chidanti Shastrani, Nanan Dhati Pava. Na Chan Kledayanta Yapo, Na Shoshanti Marut. Nothing can touch. Ничего не может оказать влияние на вечную душу внутри. We are going to be stopping here. Om Namo Gita. We are going to be praying to Gita. Мы будем молиться перед Гитой, чтобы она благословила бы, что ее знание вошло бы в нас. Om Namo Gita. Gyan means knowledge. Om Namo Gita Gyan. 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 Om Gita Gyan. Nanan Chidanti Shastrani, Nanan Dhati Pavak, Na Chen Kledayanti Apo, Na Shojanti Marut, Nanan Chidanti Shastrani, Nanan Dhati Pavak, Na Chen Kledayanti Apo, Na Shoshanti Marut, Nanan Chidanti Shastrani, Nanan Dhati Pavak, Na Chen Kledayanti Apo, Na Shoshanti Marut. Ни оружие, ни элементы не могут даже прикасаться душу вечную, Atma. Nothing can touch the eternal Atma in you, in everything, in everything. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. I'm going to be changing the way Gita is taught slightly. I will ask each one of you to take a printout of the second chapter. You will read it whenever you can, more than once, hopefully. Вы все будете печатать и второй абзац читать столько раз вы можете. И вы будете задать вопрос. It depends upon you. Это от вас зависит. My suggestion is that once you take a printout of the two, Om Namo Gita, you will say it thrice in the night, acknowledging the clarity that is shared with humanity via Gita, via Gita. Ви будете 3 раза говорить Om Namo Gita, Om Namo Gita, Om Namo Gita, ночью перед тем, что ложиться спать. And you will put the printout. Ви будете эти распечатанные страницы под подушкой. You are going to be sleeping with the printout of this in your pillow or under your pillow. Magic will happen. Don't worry. Magic will happen. You will slowly become rooted in the knowledge that will free you from the fear of death and all the fear. Once you totally let this knowledge, I'm not saying you get this. Я не говорю, что вы поймете это. Нет. Когда это знание святой влезет и завоевать у вас в сердце место, when this knowledge will get to you, win over you, and get into your heart, then all your fears and smallness will be released. That I guarantee. Gita is not so big. Gita is just 18 chapters and a lot of it is repeating in a different ways. But these two lines are the core. Эти две строчки — это корень Gita. Он так и так не большой. But you have to check out this technique of which I'm saying, and maybe it's being done for the first time. Я не знаю. Может быть, это первый раз такое сделается. То Гита осваивается таким образом. But I'm sharing what I believe is true. These are very modern times. These are difficult times. And different type of things the universe is doing to balance it out. Это очень странное время. In Vancouver, I worked with a girl who is not even 13. Totally, like, very good girl, very mature and suicidal. And thankfully, she accepted the teachings. Thankfully, she accepted the teachings and promised that to her mother and me that if anything will happen again, like a nervous breakdown, she will contact us directly, to her mother or to me directly through her mother. So these are super new times, and super new techniques are there by the universe to help us. So sleep with the pages or the Gita under your pillow. Это новые времена, и сверхъестественные усилия являются исцелением и вами, чтобы балансировать такая вот эта, скажем так, потеря баланса, которая происходит в мире. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. We're going to be praying with everyone, so everyone gets the clarity, and everyone, it's very important that I was also reading that on Netflix about a Korean guru. He was able to, he declared that he is the Messiah. A Korean guru in the Netflix declared himself to be the Messiah, and then had sex with 10,000 girls, almost like he fulfilled his quota of having sex with 10,000, because all the people that trusted in him, he was able to have sex with all. So, but the thing is that for 3 seconds, I was jealous of the guy. 3 seconds. But then you see that it's a sickness. But for 3 seconds, I was jealous. Я завидовал эту, я ревновал на 3 секунды. Но потом ты видишь через 3 секунды, что это болезнь. But the point is that we should, in the name of God, or going towards God, never give our own identity. We have to be so strong by knowing Gita that we know what is right and wrong. And each one of us has a direct connection to God via the knowledge of Gita. That was another reason why I started this. Я хочу, чтобы каждый из вас напрямую держал свою связь с Богом, без каких-то посредников и так далее, без меня, even without me, directly connecting to God, using the knowledge that Gita is flowing through you and to you. Тот, что Гита льется к вам, просто разрешайте его войти, и у вас будет напрямой контакт с Богом и со своей интуицией. И вам не надо будет свои власти кому-то давать. Я делился, что я завидовал и ревновал. I'm not the person. Oh my God, it's so bad. I was thinking like, oh my God, this guy is in heaven or something. But then you see that it's really that it's a new Netflix, some documentary about people who, in the name of God, have fooled others. So before you get into that, or you yourself declare yourself to be a Messiah, use Gita to get grounded. Om Namo Shivaya. Stovi переодолеть такие соблазны, внутри меня и внутри себя, которые могут быть. Вы употребляете гитовское знание, она напрямую даст вам все, что вам надо. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shakti, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shalina, Om Namo Shivaya, 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 Om Namo Shivaya. Gali had some health issues, so Galina Vibudim 3 raza Om Trembakam Yedamai, Sugandhim Pushti Vardanam, Morva Ruknan, Rityur Mokshema Varta. Om Trembakam Yedamai, Sugandhim Pushti Vardanam, Morva Ruknan, Rityur Mokshema Vrata, Om Trembakam Yedamai, Sugandhim Pushti Vardanam, Morva Ruknan, Rityur Mokshema Vrata. And laid out also 3 times. Om Bhurvusa Tat Satyanya Bhargo Deva Sadini Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Om Bhurvusa Tat Satyanya Bhargo Deva Sadini Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Om Bhurvusa Tat Satyanya Bhargo Deva Sadini Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Hal also is asking for energy. So Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Irina Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. 3 times for Irina and family. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Jean and her family. Om Bhurusa Tatsaturnya Bhargo Deva Sadimi Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Om Bhurusa Tatsaturnya Bhargo Deva Sadimi Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Om Bhurusa Tatsaturnya Bhargo Deva Sadimi Yo Yo Na Prachodat. Luba Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Paras Om Bhurusa Tatsaturnyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurusa Tatsaturnyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Preeti still has a cold, so Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Gita, thank you. Om Bhurvusaha Tatsaturnya Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurvusaha Tatsaturnya Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti. Sweta Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Om Trembakam Yedamai Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Ruknan Rityur Mokshema Amratan. Katyusha Om Bhurvusaha Tatsaturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Yes, you have a direct connection. Uttiber na primo yestam takti kat. Om Bhurvusaha Tatsaturnya Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurvusaha Tatsaturnya Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Gita, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Preeti, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Paras, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Luma, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Jean, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Irina, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Idisha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Cat, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Galia, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Lena, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Lena, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. So we'll meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you. Oh.